Get me some alpacas. Once they've hauled everything over to Snezhnaya, make a little extra by selling them.
This land holds nothing but promise for adventurers from all walks of life. Wouldn't you agree?
I've gone a little over my calorie budget so far. Need to rethink my dinner plans to get back on track.
Some alpacas. Once they've hauled everything over to Snezhnaya,
this land holds nothing but promise for adventurers from all walks of life. Wouldn't you agree?
Everything here is good enough for me.
Better get me some alpacas. Once they've hauled everything over to Snezhnaya, make a little extra by selling their wool.
This land holds nothing but promise for adventurers from all walks of life. Wouldn't you agree?
Everything here is good enough for me.
You haven't quite hit your reps for today. Come on, one more set.
Rebooting. That lamb specialties are the best in the world. It almost goes without saying.
I better get me some alpacas. Once they've hauled everything over to Snezhnaya,
This land holds
make a little
nothing
extra
but
by
promise
selling
for
their
adventurers from all walks of life. Wouldn't you agree?
That lamb specialties are the best in the world. It almost goes without saying.
I've gone a little over my calorie budget so far.
Once they've hauled everything over to Snezhnaya,
Need to rethink my dinner plans to get back on track.
Adventurers from all walks of life. Wouldn't you agree?
I better get me some alpacas. Once they've hauled everything over to Snezhnaya, make a little extra by selling their wool.
This land holds nothing
You
but
haven't
promise
quite hit your
adventurers
reps
from
for
all
today.
walks of life.
Come on, one more set.
Rebooting.
I better get me some alpacas. Once they've hauled everything over to Snezhnaya, make a little extra by selling their wool.
This land holds nothing but promise for adventurers from all walks of life. Wouldn't you agree?
I've gone a little over my calorie budget so far. Need to rethink my dinner plans to get back on track.
Once they've hauled everything over to Snezhnaya, make a little extra by selling their wool.
This land holds nothing but promise for adventurers from all walks of life. Wouldn't you agree?
I better get me some alpacas. Once they've hauled
People
everything
seem to
over
think I was born with
Snezhnaya,
super
make a little
strength,
extra
but
by
look at
selling
me.
their wool.
This tiny frame is what my genetics gave me. All my strength comes from consistent training with good technique. Put in the same work, and you can
This land holds nothing
absolutely
but
get the
promise
same
for
results.
Adventurers from all walks of life. Wouldn't you agree?
get me some alpacas. Once they haul everything over to Snezhnaya, make a little extra by selling their wool.
This land holds nothing but promise for adventurers from all walks of life. Wouldn't you agree?
You haven't quite hit your reps for today. Come on, one more set.
Better get me some alpacas. Once they haul everything over to Snezhnaya, make a little extra.
This land holds nothing but promise for adventurers from all walks of life. Wouldn't you agree?
Better get me some alpacas.
This land holds nothing but promise for adventurers from all walks of life. Wouldn't you agree?
Everything here is good enough.
That lamb's specialties are the best in the world. It almost goes without saying.
This land holds nothing but promise for adventurers from all walks of life.
I better get
Wouldn't
me
you
some
agree?
alpacas. Once they hauled everything over to Snezhnaya, make a little extra by selling their wool.
That lamb's specialties are the best in the world. It almost goes without saying.
People seem to think I was born with super strength, but look at me. This tiny frame is what my genetics gave me. All my strength comes from consistent training with good technique. Put in the same work, and you can absolutely get the same results.
சாட்டிங்கே காட்ட மாட்டேங்குது ஸ்க்ரீனில் ஒரு வாட்டியும் அதே தொல்லையாக
Extra by selling their wool.
உனக்கு என்னடா அது உடனே அது ரியாக்ஷன் கொடுக்குது
You haven't quite hit your reps for today. Come on, one more set.
This land holds nothing but promise for adventurers from all walks of life. Wouldn't you agree?
I better get me some alpacas. Once they
ஒரு சாட்டோட
extra by selling their wool.
I've gone a little over my calorie budget so far. Need to rethink my dinner plans to get back on track.
Adventurers from all walks of life. Wouldn't you agree?
I better get me some alpacas. Once they hauled everything over to Snezhnaya, make a little extra by selling their wool.
This land holds nothing but promise.
Ad Astra. Thank you for completing today's Ad Astra.
This land holds nothing but promise for adventurers from all walks of life.
I better some alpacas. Once they've hauled everything over to Snezhnaya, make a little extra by selling their wool.
Exploration and trials. Adventuring is right up my alley.
This land holds nothing but promise for adventurers from all walks of life. Wouldn't you agree?
I better get me some alpacas. Once they've hauled everything over to Snezhnaya, make a little extra by selling their wool.
What's wrong? Come on, let's go! Look! They look similar to the ones in Notcry. You know, just minus the effects of Kulaki. That's a sure sign that we're officially in Snezhnaya now. There's gotta be a treasure chest around here somewhere. No adventure is complete without a chest or two. Wow! Paimon got a mouthful of snow. Ooh, it's so cold. Paimon's gonna snuggle up to you for a bit to get warm. Hey, check it out! Those are bears, right? Aww, look how big and fluffy they are! So cute! Quick, take a picture before the moment passes. Right here. If we get any closer, we might scare them away. Let's see how your camera skills are these. Come on, quick! Good one. Paimon's heard that Snezhnaya has loads of railways and trains. This must be one of them. But, ooh, it's still so cold. Ooh, I don't know. Maybe. Ooh. Also, is it just Paimon or is the snow getting heavy? Seems like the snowstorm is getting worse by the minute. Paimon can barely fly. Oh, look! There's a cabin over there. Phew. Let's get out of this storm.
What is this place? Where's Paimon? I need to find her fast. Paimon! Paimon! That's strange. Where could she be? I guess I'll try further ahead. Hang in there, Paimon. Is that a train carriage? Maybe I can get up from the inside. Is this an answer from this world? It says here, Kresnik's torch, civilian model. It's definitely getting a little warmer now it's turned on. I really hope Paimon's okay. Is this an answer from this world? What was that strange sound? I can't tell if... Paimon? Paimon, is that you?
Incoming entity detected. Authorization granted. Initiating original. Hello, Descender, who's reached the eve of tomorrow. Eye of Grey at your service. Time since last activation. Time measurement unavailable due to the influence of... Anyway, I am... To this end, I must... Huh? Why is my body like this? I have been like this since I was created. And yet, I also have memories and an awareness of a physical form that I once had. Anyway, I was created so that humanity could reach tomorrow. But I am, nevertheless, serving humanity remains my primary objective. In accordance with my preset programming, will you accept me, Transcender? I will assist you, protect you, and fulfill my mission until we... You have made a very wise... Now, I detected that you called out a name earlier. The name was Paimon. After helping you get out of here, I will search for a match in the nearby area and pinpoint their merely the tip of the iceberg. Now that we have reached an accord, you will be my new user. May I ask your name? Very well. I will remember this name until the mission. I need to recover my body. Retrieve the power. I can sense my power scattered. The key right now is you. You. You may now execute the command, demolish. Your Prime Ice Unit count has been updated. You may now execute the command, build. Use it to create a prime ice construct to prop up the door.
A reward on the road.
Scanning local environment. Exit has been sealed off with ice. That would not be an efficient approach. One moment. You can use this to clear the solid ice ahead of you more quickly.
I'll keep this close.
Construct blueprint added to records. You may now execute the command, build heat source. Generate a temporary heat source to rapidly melt the solid ice.
have a board on the road.
My scan indicates the path is straight ahead. I recommend we proceed. Kresnik Crystal located. Please collect at your earliest convenience. The recent construct you built provides highly efficient heating by utilizing the unique properties of Kresnik Crystal. Unfortunately, prime ice constructs have a very short lifespan and cannot be stabilized during the development period. Hence, the authorization. That said, I have already forgotten what warmth feels like. Yes. Perhaps then, we can warm ourselves by the fireside together. But for now, all you need to remember is this. If you collect Kresnik Crystal, I can extract the energy within and use it to maintain your... Low power. Please use Kresnik Crystal to replenish energy reserves. Signs of physiological activity detected in the distance. It is highly likely to be your travel companion, Paimon. Go. Go now. Be reunited and sing together. May all the people be united as one. May all of life rejoice in unison.
நன்றி ப்ரோ கேட்குதா நான் பேசுறது இது காட்டல ரெண்டு சேட்டும் ஒரே நேரத்தில் ஆக முடியல ஒழுங்கா
Approaching the target location. Scanning for signs of life. Life forms detected. 2. Affirmative. However, that is not the reason for my confusion. Real-time environmental data suggests that the train station may no longer be in use. But whatever the situation, please exercise caution.
Paimon! Who are you?
Don't worry. She's only sleeping. You must be the Traveler. She called your name repeatedly while attempting to battle her way through the blizzard. Newcomers to Snezhnaya struggle to adapt to the sheer cold at the best of times. Lately, even the locals are suffering, with a powerful monster having summoned a bitter snowstorm. You two must be very important to one another.
Your eyes. Are you Conrian?
There are indeed some Conrians left in this world who survived the cataclysm. But I doubt that is news to you. It would be unwise to interrogate my identity here. Focus your attention on your travel companion instead. We will meet again very soon.
The unidentified subject has now left the area. He appears to be an individual of great significance, but my search has yielded no relevant data. I will try searching the database again. Against the odds, your companion is safe and sound. The other person even left a blanket for her.
It's okay. Take it easy.
Pretty much the same as when we first got to Snezhnaya. Paimon must have caught a cold. She was feeling so faint. Wait, where did the jester go? Yep, the director of the Fatui. The Jester Piero. So, you met him?
The Jester must know everything about the Tsaritsa's plans. But there's no way he'd tell me just like that. We might well have ended up clashing. Well, he was right about one thing.
He had no intention of explaining his motives, and he left in something of a hurry.
Hey! What the? Who is that? It looks like half a pair of goggles. How amazing! A self-aware, talking pair of goggles!
Snezhnaya was once the land of the Fae. There are many ancient creations here that I'm sure would broaden your mind further still. Mind you, my database is also expanding as we speak. You must...
Oh, wow! Well, thank you so much. You've earned your...
Goodwill detected. Instead of candy, perhaps I can suggest my preferred strategy. Please clean me regularly.
Oh, that makes sense. Every pair of goggles needs wiping clean once in a while. Anyway, back to the Jester for a second. Paimon's still confused about when he first showed up. He already knew Paimon's name. And he acted like he expected Paimon to know who he was, too. Paimon could tell that he was Conrian from his eyes. And he definitely seemed like someone pretty important. But beyond that, Paimon didn't know anything about him. It was only later, after he rescued Paimon from the snow, that he properly introduced himself. That's the only reason Paimon knows he was the Jester. Oh, seems unlikely. He ran into the snow following the sound of Paimon's voice. And after bringing Paimon here, he just stared out at the snow. He didn't do anything to Paimon at all. Paimon didn't feel unsafe around him, and he didn't seem to have any ulterior motives. For all we know, he might have just...
Please allow me to interrupt. Fatui and director are unfamiliar terms. May I ask for clarification?
Wait, you've seriously never heard of the Fatui? Oh.
Understood. Since they hold elite positions and serve their god directly, it stands to reason that they would conduct themselves with due decorum. I am inclined to agree with your assessment, Miss Paimon. I did not detect any ill will from the gentleman in question.
Sorry, I shouldn't have encouraged you to talk so much. Paimon, new plan. Let's get out of Snezhnaya for now. We can come back after the weather clears up and you're all better. The Jester mentioned that this snowstorm, being the work of a monster, is worse than most. Even if we made it to Snezhnegrad, we'd still have to wait out the storm before we could do any exploring.
Oh, well, it's really nice of you to look out for Paimon, but she doesn't want to hold you back. We were really psyched up for this journey when we first set off. Just think of all the burning questions we have.
Further information is required regarding the monster situation. But objectively speaking, at this point, we have traveled a significant distance into the blizzard. Were we to turn back now, the road would be extremely treacherous. If, however, we continue... Do you remember what I said as we neared this location? I told you that this is a train station. While it has evidently fallen into... We can break through the blizzard and forge ahead by driving a train. That is the Snezhnayan way. There is a small town up ahead, which would be the perfect place...
Paimon thinks Goggles here makes a great point. Oh, come on.
Affirmative. Should you ever need my assistance during your future adventures, otherwise, I will remain silent to avoid causing any unnecessary distraction. Please confirm when you are ready to depart. Heading north from here, we will soon arrive at... Wait, there's an error message. Brace for impact, friends! Preparing to enter impromptu flight mode. How strange. Not only was the station's status different from my records, but My sincere apologies for putting you in danger. I'm afraid I'm as confused by all this. Agreed. This is likely a consequence of outdated railroad data. The discrepancies between the old data... Fortunately, our crash landing has at least brought us much closer.
Your data had better rewrite this.
I can assure you, it certainly is. Please, look this way. It seems our ill-fated train ride was a blessing in disguise. We have taken the shortest possible route. Rest assured that I will take you...
Excuse me, is there an inn nearby?
I'm sorry, but they've all closed.
Sorry to interrupt. We're looking for a place to stay.
I can't even afford to warm my own house, let alone run a business.
Excuse us. Is there anywhere we can stay around these parts?
I'm afraid not. You'll have to try your luck somewhere else.
All we can do is wait for the next shipment of Kresnik Crystal to get here.
Hi there. Do you know if there are any inns still taking guests in this town?
Doubt it. They're probably all closed. No one has enough Kresnik Crystal to heat their own homes, let alone a business. I clocked you a while back. You adventurers or something? We don't get many tourists in inland Snezhnaya these days.
Why is that? Because of the snow?
In part. But the bigger reason's Project Stuja. Since it's Her Majesty's will, we have to put up with it whether we like it or not. Oh, sorry. I assumed it was common knowledge by now. Basically, the Tsarits, even if they used all the surplus Kresnik Crystal in Snezhnaya, it still wouldn't be enough to meet demand. So, the Vecha passed a resolution requiring all factories and households to reduce their energy consumption. The policy at—
That are cold. So, like, it's gonna be a cold winter, folks? You're all gonna have to find a way to get through it? That kind of idea?
Pretty much. When you're broke, you scrimp and save. When it's cold, you huddle together for warmth. There's always a way to stretch things out. Trouble is, if you stretch someone out like an elastic band for too long, who knows if they can ever bounce back.
Can you please explain to me why the price of Kresnik Crystal has gone up by 1/3 again? Even as our purchase quota has gone down. You only come here twice a month. This won't even last us a week.
The supply and pricing of Kresnik Crystal are based on current production volumes and price data. We Fatui are only responsible for delivery and security. I'm not in a position to explain to you how the figures are calculated, but I assure you, they are as fair and reasonable as possible.
Oh, so our lives mean nothing to you? How can you expect anyone to survive a single night in this weather?
Since you insist on making me repeat myself every single visit, I will remind you again. There is no monopoly on the trade of Kresnik Crystal.
What market? Nobody else is selling! And when they do, they charge 8 times the normal rate! It's robbery is what it is!
Which is why the Snezhnograd Veche passed a resolution to support border communities, without which you wouldn't even be able to buy Crystal from us to begin with. So if you're here just to argue, move aside and let the next person in line come forward. Everyone's feeling the cold here.
You...
All right, everyone, let's calm down for a second. A few words, if I may. We're all subjects of Her Majesty the Tsaritsa, and I'm sure every one of us is dedicated to her great cause. We all know how cold it is. And the more it snows, the harder life gets. Everyone's struggling already. Let's not make things even more difficult for each other.
But Liaison Shishkin, there's clearly something wrong with this quota. I have a family in Marepasak who tell me they can buy at least double our Crystal allotment.
Oh, believe you me, I had the same reaction when I first saw the numbers. Couldn't believe what I was reading. I even wrote a letter to confirm the true figures, but... Still, you must understand that calculating these energy quotas is a complicated balancing act. They have to factor in population, town size, industrial application. Our top priority must be to keep the largest Kresnik's torch burning continuously. Only then can we sell the remaining Crystal for household use. And as our Fatui comrades said, they are only responsible for delivering the goods. They need to keep accurate records, and they do not have any authority.
That's right. Our duty is to do things by the book.
Tell you what, listen. I know how anxious and upset everyone is. As a matter of fact, I was just discussing it with the mayor. What we can do is open the lower combustion chamber of the Kresnik's torch to the public. You can come to me directly to register, and I will allocate time slots accordingly. I can't guarantee there'll be ample energy for household use. We can at least make sure you'll be able to boil water and cook food each day. Let's hang in there and make this work together. All right?
Fine. I don't see any...
So, this is Project Studia in action, huh? Oh, no wonder nothing's open for business.
You were looking for an inn, right? For your, Fae friend?
Oh, Paimon's not a fae. Just Paimon. She must have caught a cold or something. We only just got to Snezhnaya, and we're still getting used to the climate.
I have a small place in Stratomaros. I don't stay there very often, though, so it's pretty basic. But if you're not picky, you're welcome to rest there for now. It's not much, but I've got blankets and a warm fire.
Are you sure? Oh, that's really kind of you.
All right, then. Hello, I'm Alosha. I'm a hunter. Though, if you've talked to any highwaymen...
Full throttle! Try and stop me! Hey, not a bad haul. Full throttle! Hip. Try and stop me! Time to roll!
Oh, wait. Paimon only introduced herself so far.
Good to meet you. I'm Alosha. Most travelers find the Snezhnayan climate to be a shock to the system at first. But as long as you keep yourself warm, still, you should keep an eye on your condition. When people are too quick to dismiss a cold, it can easily end up turning into...
Don't say that!
They aren't in town right now, and they won't be back anytime soon. The train... I do a lot of hunting, so I spend most of my time exposed to the elements. But even the animals wouldn't survive long in a storm like this. Let alone nothing to do but sit tight in town until the weather improves. I get that you're in a hurry, but even if the station were open, that doesn't mean there'd be any trains. We could end up stuck here for a long time, I'm afraid. What? Your own train? Wait, hold on. That train? The one that suddenly fell out of the sky and crashed?
Oh, we got lucky and found it in a cave. Oh,
Pretty crazy for a random find in the mountains. Well, as long as your train's good to roll, you might get to... I've been doing some digging recently. Turns out, the real reason for the current energy crisis in Stratomeros is that someone... But to expose what's going on, I need to catch them in the act.
huh? Wait,
It's a figure of speech. Real rabbits couldn't pull this off. They'd prefer carrots to Shishkin. Mr. Positive Attitude lets all get...
him? Really? I never would have guessed.
Huh? You're coming with?
Oh, okay, alright.
Oh yeah, there's one more introduction to do. Tagarin, get in here.
Oh, a doggy. Oh, angry doggy.
He likes to think he's above that kind of thing. He's my hunting partner, so he'll be joining us when we head out. Carrots aside, we'll need to stay completely undetected. We can't risk spooking our rabbit, but there's no telling which burrow he'll scurry back. First, we need to find a way into the train station and see if we can find any real freight data. Then, we get Tagarin to catch us. What are you eating?
Oh, check it out. When you're all out of carrots, try... Good doggy.
A fellow dog lover, huh?
Yup. Yeah.
Good to know. Wait. Nice work, Tagarin. Come on, we'll go around. This way. We'll enter from the upper floor. There we go. A freight list. Straight from the Fatui. So Shishkin won't have had the chance to doctor the figures. Looks as new as the day it was printed. I guess no one bothers reading these unless they have ulterior motives. Yeah, this is all we need. Come on, let's get out of here, then go track down the Crystal. Tugarin's a keen hunter, and catching rabbits is his specialty. Anywhere there's a stove, there'll be the scent of Crystal. That's normal. But if he picks up the scent of Crystal somewhere and there's no stove around, that's how we know something's up. This must be the rabbit's warren. Sure enough, there's a tunnel.
Thanks for looking out for us.
No need to thank me. It's my pleasure. Sure is Her Majesty the Sir. Let's grit our teeth until the blizzard passes.
Maybe for everyone else, Liaison Shishkin. But for you, the hard times have only...
Huh? Who are you?
I just had a question for you. Why, when times are as tough as this, would someone hoard more Kresnik Crystal than they could ever use? All the crates here are from the most recent shipment, but they weren't brought here for sale. Instead, they were secretly stashed away. Would you be able to shed any light on the situation, Mr. Shishkin?
Me? Why, I have no idea. But look at how much there is. It's quite a godsend. Now there will be plenty to go around.
This godsend was found in a cellar adjacent to your residence following a tip from Mr. Alosha. And this is only a fraction of what we found down there. We're still taking a full inventory. The official... I've always been grateful for your efforts to mediate between us and the townspeople of Sretomaros. But now, Mr. Shishkin...
How? We trusted you to have our backs. You've been lying...
Hey. I owe you. This isn't who I am. Please believe me. We all know how difficult life has been since Project Stuja came into force. Energy is an I grew up in Alatir, a small village with no train station. Deliveries of Kresnik Crystal have ceased there entirely. You know as well as I do how downright impossible it is to buy Crystal these days. The thought of my poor mother. I watched as energy grew scarcer by the week, all the while knowing that their lives were at risk. Then one day, I looked at the Crystal shipment. Looks like I'm just not cut out to be a criminal. I'm so sorry. I have the official Snezhnayan quotas here. Anyone who has already purchased energy, please, I'll make a batch purchase of Crystal worth 3 months' salary for you all to use free of charge.
You don't have to go that...
Yeah. Owning up to your mistake is enough for me. You've done plenty of good for the...
Drop the act. You claim this was a one-time mistake, but the real reason there's only 1 shipment's worth of stolen Crystal in your basement is that you have an accomplice.
Reporting in, sir. We've conducted a full search of the mayor's house. As expected, we found many crates full of Crystal, half of which were still in their original shipping containers.
This wasn't your first time at all. You've been colluding with the mayor of Sretomaros for a long... The train station's currently out of service, but it does open for a short window every time there's an energy delivery. And the mayor handpicks said workers. Per his instructions, they transport the Crystal by tunnel at night to the mayor's house, and he sells it out of town. But since he can't get the goods out of town by train, he had to arrange an alternative method of transportation. This meant slower sales, which gave me plenty of opportunity to catch him in the act.
Wait, the mayor's involved in this too?
Preposterous. What proof do you have of any of this?
Basic math. I've spent a lot of time lately counting carriages as the...
Counting carriages?
The energy consumed by a train depends on its total weight. And since energy is a limited resource right now, it's fair to assume that every carriage is packed full. So, if we take the energy required for the Kresnik's torch, add the sales figures you provided, then compare that figure to the numbers never match. It's always off by 1 or 2 carriages worth. This time, you set a new...
You mean to tell me that you sat around outside?
I'm a hunter. I have 2 options.
Well, I've heard enough. The evidence speaks for itself. Take Shishkin and the mayor into custody and escort them back to Snezhnagrad.
You cocky little brat! Ruining my business!
Yeah, something felt off. So I just followed my gut. Math...
Thank you for your assistance. You're a brave lad. Shishkin was quite the cunning criminal, as I'm sure you can tell. He did all of this right under our noses, and we never suspected a thing.
A wolf in...
Even with that sob story he fed us. He was probably trying to keep the mayor out of it, not just mask his own motives. Without the compelling case you put together, even I might have fallen for it. Alosha, was it? Tell me, are you really a hunter?
We can go find some wild animals if you want. I'll fire off a couple of shots, and you'll see whether I'm...
I didn't mean to cast suspicion on your identity. It's just... Well, I'm sure you've heard of the Rogue. They hide in plain sight under false identities, working against Project Stusha, sometimes directly opposing the They aren't a violent organization, and their goal is to improve the lives of the common folk. But still, as a member of the Fatui,
First I've heard of this. I don't really keep up. All I know is, people who don't mind their own business in the city end up... As for me, I just couldn't stand Shishkin. I'm from Alatir myself, and I can tell you, nobody's lived there in years. Why would an abandoned village need Crystal? Of course, no one really cares about the fate of that place. I'm guessing today is the first you've heard of it.
I see. It does sound quite tragic. Really. I will report this incident to Snezhnagret. Looks like...
Don't mention it. Excuse me. I'll take a share of Kresnik Crystal. I need to take a detour before we head back. There's someone I have to deliver this crystal to. Hang tight for a moment. This old...
Grandson.
Ma'am, it's me.
Alosha?
You know me. I came by earlier today. Clean the ashes out of your stove.
I'm now. How often do I get to see my grandson? Come on, take.
It's okay. You just rest. I'm fine.
Oh, you. It's nice to come and visit your old granny once in a while, isn't it? Sretomoros, sit down. Come on, take a seat. I still have some fruit.
Please, don't get up on my account.
Right under the basket, but... Well, grandson dear, do you like it?
Very much, ma'am. It's delicious.
Good, good.
You don't need to save any more for me next time, all right? Fresh fruit.
Oh, I don't need it.
Some kind soul must have given these to her. But she always saves the nicer things for special occasions. I met her at the market back before her health began declining. She was a lovely old lady. Not many people have heard of Alatir. And if they have, it's usually for all the wrong reasons. Now that it's an abandoned village, it's rare to find anyone who shares fond memories of our hometown. So after we got talking and realized we were from... I first learned of Sretomoros' energy supply problems from a passing comment in one of her letters. Then, after her health went downhill, I started visiting more often to check in on her. The town's been in decline for a while now. But because of her memory problems... That said, I kinda appreciate... It's fine. In Snezhnaya, some people believe that in your final moments, you'll sense... You turn to look at them, but their face is blurry. So you focus hard. The Grim Reaper reaches out and takes her. She still calls me grandson, though. So at least I'm not a blurry face and... Come on, let's...
Full throttle! Time to roll!
Paimon, we're back.
Yep. Paimon's not cold anymore. But she's still... but Paimon's sure she'll be fine. It's probably just from getting hit on the head by that...
Her complexion's looking much better. Let's keep an eye on...
Sure.
I'll explain.
Jeez. You guys got pretty busy. So, you said the train station...
Yeah. Well, don't know. The thing is...
Extending it?
That's what everyone suspects. But even though opposition has been growing, he's the chair of the Snezhnograd Vet.
How come the
I don't see it like that, but that doesn't mean they don't care about the plight of the common folk. The only reason Sir Tomoro still receives Crystal shipments is because of a relief. Then there's the Fatui soldiers providing support in every corner of the nation. Even the Northland Bank provided some mora for disaster relief, and they're as conservative and indifferent. It's just that the rich and powerful in their fancy palaces live in a completely different world from us. There's always gonna be some conflict when those worlds collide. Yeah, well, even though we all believe in Her Majesty the Tsaritsa, there are still many differences of opinion. Regular folk don't have an easy way of getting their voices heard in Snezhnograd, while the rich and powerful are either unwilling or afraid to speak out for all sorts of complicated reasons. The Rokad provides the disaffected with false identities and an outlet to vent their frustrations. Of course, an organization like that exists in a gray area. The moment the Veche think they've crossed a line, there's sure to be a crackdown. But so far, they've been doing their best, like us, don't you mean? You didn't hesitate to join in. You're not new to this.
That's because we're adventurers. It's our job to help people out with commissions and get to the bottom of things.
Sounds like we're going to get along. So, what's your business in Snezhnograd? Aside from taking your friend to see a doctor, of course.
I want to meet the Tsaritsa. It's complicated. I've had run-ins with many of the Harbingers along the way, and I really need to know her ultimate goal, what the no-sees mean in all of this. Since I've made it this far in my journey,
Wait, so... No...
Sounds like you've heard of us then. We're getting more famous by the day.
I didn't realize I was in the company of giants. Honestly, we're all as curious as you are about what the Tsaritsa's planning. But getting in the same room as her won't be easy. The common folk aren't permitted to meet her at the best of times. And right now, she's probably not even in Snezhnograd. Word is, she's heading east on a campaign to slay a monster. Yeah, so you've heard of it. A wild, unpredictable... It also absorbs everything around it into its body, so it's growing constantly. Now, it's so big that the Luckily, as it grew, it became increasingly less mobile. So it doesn't pose an immediate... I'm sure that Tsaritsa and her personal guard, the Druzhna, won't have any trouble defeating the creature between them. It's just a question. Suffice to say, you won't be seeing her anytime soon. You'll have to wait until she gets back. Fair. Well, the Fatui will be taking over management of the train station for the Once it's open, we can see about getting your train.
Whoa!
The Fatui aren't exactly spotless in this whole mess. Plus, we help them out. Should be easy. As far as I know, all the paperwork is dealt with upon Having a train makes everything much easier. I know a good doctor in the city. I'll introduce you when we get there.
Oh, thanks so much. Let's get a good... Running late again.
Rev the engines!
Drive carefully, all right? Also, I don't think I've seen a train like this before. Is it a new... Not a fan of small talk, are you? Anyway, all the track switching is automated. So, as long as the train's moving, you don't need to worry about collisions or anything. We'll leave you to examine the train.
Shouldn't be a problem.
All right then.
Try and stop me!
like our destination settings have been applied. Let's give this thing a final once-over and then head out. Goggles, your time to shine!
Affirmative. Running vehicle diagnostics.
What's this?
Engine, green. Wheels, green. Frame, minor damage, but no impact on function. Diagnostics complete. All systems nominal.
Neat! Huh. Paimon still can't get over the fact that you just found this tech lying around in a random cave.
I've lived in Snezhnaya my whole life, and I've never heard of an interactive, talking train autopilot.
Strictly speaking, I wasn't designed purely to drive trains, though I doubt you have any interest in navigating the practically unreadable operator's manual yourself. All configurations are complete. Should you require any further assistance, please call for the Eye of Grey.
Away we go! Nope. Paimon's gonna find a warmer seat. Huh? What's going on?
Oh no.
What is this place? Traveler, are you okay? Paimon's still airborne, but it feels like swimming through thick, gloopy water. That's horrible!
Just our luck. Of all the things that could have gone wrong.
Halosha, you're Snezhnayan, right? Any idea what the heck this place is?
It's called the Shadow Realm. A place where no wind blows, no light shines, and no elemental energy flows. Even time itself doesn't exist here. It's a world where everything seems to come to a standstill. I've only seen it a few times before, and this is my first time inside. It's a dangerous place. Most people who get sucked into the Shadow Realm are never seen again. And the few who do make it back, they're never quite the same.
Huh? Then, what the heck do we do now? Oh, maybe Goggles knows something. Goggles? Great! Now we're done for!
Hold it together. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. I heard a story once about the world of shadows. If it's true, there's a way to escape. We just need to find the exit. Come on, let's explore.
Look at these Fatui! It's like they've lost their minds!
Their shadows have been devoured. They're no longer amongst the living.
I'll take point.
I can't channel elemental energy here, but I have a few gadgets that still work. Guess we'd better find a way over.
Hello. I am glad to see the three of you safe and sound.
For now, at least. But things aren't looking too good.
Correct. We are now inside what is known as the Shadow Realm, the darkest space in the shell, where even the Most High is loath to cast its gaze. Time and space hold no meaning here. It intersects with the world of the Light Realm only rarely, like an air bubble that rises to the water's surface. We must leave this place before it sinks back down into the depths once more.
Sounds like you have a plan.
Yes. In fact, the very purpose of my creation was likely to... from the Shadow Realm. It appears that key data is currently inaccessible, but now is not the time to resolve that problem. I have marked the exit to the Shadow Realm for your convenience. In addition, I have prepared some equipment to aid you as you traverse the Shadow Realm, traveler. It may well be one of my core functions. Scan complete. Construction in progress. Activation code? We once peered into the past from the ruins of the shadows. This is what remains of the Golden City, Hyperborea. Now go. Arm yourselves with weapons of the spirit. Bring down the walls of the stronghold, and extinguish the flaming arrows of the wicked.
Is this a gun?
In the Shadow Realm, where humans cannot channel the elements, there once was one who, after much research and many attempts, found this to be the most effective means of attack. Let's go. We don't have much time. When you encounter small obstacles, you can simply clamber over them. You can slide to navigate through low, narrow tunnels. Since element obstruction ahead, you may be able to use the explosives nearby. Shoot the explosives to detonate them and clear the path.
Huh?
Apollo underscore Dante
இருக்கண்டா ஐயோ வரல ஒன்றும் வரல கண்ணெல்லாம் கொடுத்துட்டாங்க.
For long-range targets, try using the scope to line up your shot. Many hostile units approaching. I suggest a new strategy.
It's over.
More enemies detected. Try attacking with the newly unlocked Assault. Function.
Switch mode!
Over.
Find the rhythm! Reload!
Aim at the freeze mark and pull the trigger to move using the rope.
Stage number 2. Charge! Reload!
Where's the back?
Can't take much more.
Fall back.
Some supply points can restore a small amount of stamina. Press on. You should be able to use the prime ice construct left here to cover long distances. I recommend using this grappling gun. Such devices were originally used to secure structures in the Shadow Realm. If you detach the connected hook, the grappling gun will automatically fire a rope to another nearby hook.
Okay. So, we just removed this hook, right?
Need a refill! Mind the rhythm! Light him up! Time to catch my breath. Gotta recharge!
Sprint at the prime ice launcher to reach high places with ease.
Time to catch my breath. Yeah.
Usable munitions detected. Frag crystal.
Frag out! Demolition time! Reload! Change of tactics.
Shift your center of gravity and slide down.
The exit is right ahead. We are very close now. However...
It's like they're trying to keep us trapped here. That platform and the carriages are swarming with undead Fatui. Guess we gotta storm through.
You may find switching to assault mode makes your attacks more effective.
Taking cover!
Need a refill! Charge! Try this!
We're almost there! Huh? Why is everything shaking so much?
Looks like the Shadow Realm is about to sink back down into the depths.
The exit is right here.
You mean this weird bubble thing? Wait, how exactly do we...
No time to think. We just gotta go for it. Looks like I was right. I can't believe the Shadow Realm manifested right on the railroad tracks. Lucky we made it out. All thanks to you and that...
Yeah, it came up a whole bunch in Nakrai.
Make no mistake, it was a team. As Alosha said, it is highly unusual for the Shadow Realm to manifest in a place like this. But we...
let's hope...
The Shadow Realm can appear anywhere, not just on the railroad. Now, if you wish to, please take a moment to...
Thanks, Goggles. Here it...
Yes, of course. And just like the Eye of Grey, I am sure it will be a...
Let's get some fresh air while the Eye of Grey...
Yeah, sure. It's so quiet. repair?
My plan was to restore the train to its original appearance per my records as quickly as possible. Now that the repairs are complete, the train offers optimized performance and a significantly improved trendiness level. According to my calculations, parameterization is the most effective.
Hyperborea, huh? I'm sure I've heard of that in a story somewhere.
Exploration and trials. Adventuring is right up my alley.
All geared up.